Yeah, oh fuck! You fucking idiot!
Combust.
I jumped forward, but he must have tapped something and threw off his direction.
But you want me to ask?
Yeah, ask him about this element guy, because I've heard Finn speak about him, obviously. But I want to hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna back out of. I don't know their history. I don't. I've dealt with Click Clack before, and
Would you
he
say
was.
he's a little bitch?
He is.
Yeah.
What Finn said about him is true. Like he lost his touch in Battlefield.
He did kind of.
Yeah,
suck.
that's. Yeah. He's one of those one-trick pony Battlefield players. Could do somewhat decent in a flame, but on the ground, fucking bad. And I don't know. I don't really I don't fully understand like Finn's hatred for him.
Well, if he's been a cunt before, I'm not gonna just fucking accept him in. No, I'm kind of with Finn. Like, yo, why is this asshole even here? Like, he's all, you know, go fuck your platoon. Now he's all crawling back. I don't get that. I don't like that. So I'm kind of with him on that one. So that's kind of want Cyber's thoughts on it. Cyber brought him in, right?
He asked me.
Oh, he asked you. Hey, can I bring him in?
Yeah, Cyber asked me if he could join. I was like, yeah, but it was before Finn even started saying anything.
Before you knew who it was?
I knew who it was, but I forgot that Finn has like issues with him because it's just such a topic that's never brought up that I just simply forgot.
Yeah, first I was like, who the fuck's this fuck dude even? Like, I had to think, I'm like, oh, him from one. It's like, yeah, I remember that guy.
Hey, he said that our clan is like Reddit cringe and fucking stupid.
Whatever that
And I'm
means,
like,
right?
yeah, and I'm just, yeah, I kind of like how he said that, and Cyber's like, if you know what Reddit cringe is, that means you go on Reddit.
That is... oh, fuck. I think I fucking hate these dudes.
I don't know, to be honest, I really don't care. Those two really like being in their own parties together anyway. Think of like, those two, Cyber and Element, are kind of like, think of them two as like how you and I are.
You're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully.
The hell was that?
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Sounds like you kissed your mic.
Production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
I find Doomslayer as being like a retarded brute when he was just breaking shit. But when you figure out that he actually does not agree with the idea of using hell energy as valuable as it is because of how dangerous it is, and he hates demons, it makes sense why he's destroying the facility. Because he's like, listen, all you gotta do is turn it off so I can use it later. He's like, no.
No.
Bitch.
Bitch.
This is on, you know, 2 series is nothing but...
Oh my god. So, I just realized it now, my fucking soundboard button thing, the one that has, it also has this.
My god, it's like I'm back in the party.
I didn't know that. I only looked at the button that goes wah wah. So next time I hear that, I'm just gonna press that. Next time that happens.
What the fuck? Hurt me! I want that. Thanks, eyeball. Sauron from the Lord of the Rings, you met your end. I think I'm getting punched. More ammo.
More fisting.
Oh wait.
But yeah, the only thing I really know about Finn's hatred for him is that he thinks he's like a useless player.
Finn thinks that for a lot of playing pilots. Although, I don't think he's too off when he says that. Like that one guy.
No, Finn just thinks, he just generally thinks that, like, he's a useless, like, player who thinks he's, like, really good, but then you see his scoreboard and you're like, are you fucking, like, retarded? That's how Finn and him are.
I bet my score must fucking scare him.
He's basically, I feel like he'd be, like, saying that he's better than you on the ground.
Switches teams. Get down from there. Excuse me? Prepare to die, BuzzFeed. You're ready to cringe, partner. Oh my god. Bye-bye. Take this, America.
I find it funny how that guy was so mad at you that he took, like, what, another, like, 8 L's?
Something like that. He never messaged me back, but it said he added another group to, like, the players to the group chat, I swear to you. Oh, I got stuck. But then nothing came out of it, so I was like, oh, whatever.
Oh, how funny would it be if it was the same thing as last time?
See, now, I didn't want to say yes. Because, one, it'd have to be like colonels and some lieutenants and like Lynn. You know, people that actually be like, alright, you know, let's go for a tough game. You know, let's 5 platoon. And then, secondly, I don't know what I'm in for. However, I don't want to say no, right? You know, that's pussy shit. So what you do is you just joke with them. Sorry, Steve, I'm at work. Boom. I essentially just told him no. But it's funny. So I can deny me saying no. It's not weakness. There's no fear, you know, motivating me. It's just so fucking below me. I'm not even taking it seriously.
Kind of like how that guy fucking added me on Discord. And I just kept shooting the piss at him. It's either a yes or a yes. I'm like...
Well, yes, but I'm still not gonna do it.
8v8 squad conquest right now. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I ain't playing by your rules.
Like how Cyber was all like, man, they all talk the same. Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, Cyber said that he has interacted with a lot of those type of fucking players before.
And so I take his opinion quite seriously when he brings them up. I'm like, really? Oh, hi. Ready to cringe, am I right? Oh, you are cringe. Yep. That's going right into the montage.
I still love how it was like squad conquest. I'm like, no one in this clan plays that unless it's you and I dicking around.
If we brought like Carter or Minty, you know, they'd be fine playing it, but like everyone else, no.
Wait. Wait.
Wait.
Wait.
Me. But I.
Oh my god. Sean didn't do it. It was the little things he said that bothered me. He's like, I fucking hate this game. Why? Of course this would happen in this game. Why do I still play this game?
What's it? Raz or Minty said that shit?
That was Sean.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna play this game, and we're winning every game.
Valuable than you can possibly imagine.
I'm telling you, the clan got fucking desensitized because we constantly always win. Where like even the simplest of games is the most hardest of situations.
I know. Just shut up and be in the back if you're too much of a fucking.
Sometimes I'm happy we lose because it's like, okay, now you know what it's like again, huh? You want that to happen again? Everybody's PP is just bruised for no reason.
I know. Sex is hard. Sean, all you did was hold someone's hand. Everyone's acting like we just did the like the Fourth Crusade, when all we've done is started marching.
So you see that meme I posted on fucking memes? It was 4 things you can't change. Quantum physics, the speed of light, the fact you are single, the president of Russia.
Yeah. It's unchangeable. Unmatched.
I guess Sean never went to bed because he's on Discord right now. I just left it.
Maybe he's the real ballistic. Just message him now on Discord, go to bed ballistic.
Nah, he'll know. He'll probably get butthurt that he wasn't invited to this party.
Yeah.
I feel like I was more pissed with him than you were.
Yeah, you probably were. You gotta understand. I didn't even realize it was 1 o'clock. I was so focused.
What, that it was past like 1:30?
Like it was past like 1 when we were like going, okay, win, go, win, go, win, go. Like I was doing everything in my power to make sure we won those games. And it was a breeze all while doing it. And while I'm having to listen to the fucking babies whine and complain. I don't care what the game is doing to you. Look what I'm doing to them. They massive them. That's all they are. Seriously, man. You know, I remember that one time. You know, like I really went off on that one Iwo Jima match, and I was pretty fucking upset. I'm like, shit. And I realized when like you were all talking to me, I'm like, damn, they made a party with me not in it, and they fucking shit talked the fuck out of me.
Which one?
That one Iwo Jima match where I just snapped because I misunderstood information.
Oh. Yeah.
Funny enough, if Carter maybe have kept his mouth shut, like didn't like have as much confusion as I did when everyone was just gone, you know, I might not have swelled up in anger as much as I did. Because we were both equally confused, you know, where the fuck did everyone go? It's funny enough, you kind of accepted, like, hey man, I'm sorry, my apology, this is what I took the perspective as. Like, this is what I thought was gonna happen. I told you what I thought was going to happen. I thought we were gonna lose B, and it was just gonna be a grind. Remember that one? Shit, actually, you weren't there. Remember how 2 nights ago, I think, Iwo Jima, it was the last game we played, and I kind of like joined up with you in a party. I was like, yo, man, that last one was like really hard. That's how we got XI. Yeah, but the fear I had was gonna happen on that one happened. They completely just locked down B. Hell, running around the cave system was honestly just a chore, because there's so many machine guns. That's what I thought was gonna happen. They were just gonna pick up where they left off from Iwo Jima and just MG Nest B, and it'd be the same shit all over again. I told you, we only took that B because we won the left of it. Which I still find amusing.
But you're basically saying, like, after, like, we all just left, you didn't realize why?
I'm gonna be dead serious with you. I forgot I even got upset, like, 10 minutes afterwards, if not 5. So, when you're all like, listen, man, you gotta apologize for what you did. I was like, what did I do? And I'm like, my brain's like, loading. Oh! Sean was insanely offended.
Yeah, he took it worse than I did, I think.
Yo, he absolutely did. He was the one, like, I remember when I told him, I was kind of talking about, like, my perspective, what I thought was gonna happen, why I was confused, how I was getting upset, not just because of me, but because Carter was also like, yo, where the hell did everyone go, sort of thing. And he's like, Sean essentially said, no, that doesn't excuse it. Like, that's essentially what he said. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I should have been like, cool, Sean, but I outranked you, so I don't need your apology. Kevin, do you forgive me? Yes. Okay, cool. Fuck you, Minty. Maybe because he was such a loser in high school, him feeling any power online is so invigorating.
Damn, you're really hating on Sean.
Sorry. I don't know, we started talking about the shit we dislike about Sean, and that has been kind of something that's like stuck with me, how insanely pissed he was at me, even though I explained myself. Like, I wasn't expecting to be like, oh, okay, Jimmy, that's all I need. But he essentially was just like, no. And I'm like, the thing is, I wasn't gonna defend myself, no duh, because you were upset with me. So, and of course you compared me to Brandon. I was like, flings my chair across the room. You really pulled a Brandon, Jimmy. I don't know who the fuck said that was you or Sean. I was like, what?
I don't remember.
It was one.
I don't remember.
I can't remember who. But I know for a fact, you two fucking... that's when I kind of realized, I'm like, these two got in a party, talked about what I did for like half an hour.
No, you wanna know what happened? So after I kind of vaguely remember what happened. I just left. I was just like, I'm kind of through. And Sean invited me to a party, and I joined the party, and I was like, yes, Sean. And he was like, the fuck was that all about? And I was just like, Sean, I don't want to fucking go into it. I really don't. And I basically explained to Sean, because Sean was like, are you, like, upset with Jimmy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm upset with Jimmy. I said to him, I was like, I found what he said to us was, like, totally uncalled for. And the only thing I bitched about what you did was how I was like, I left B and I went to A and I retook it. And then came back to B, and by the time we came back to B, our team flooded that whole fucking area and we took the sector. It was just B fell for a little bit, but at the same time our team wasn't taking A, and that's why I wanted to do something and do something about it. And my only big complaint was I got fucking really pissed at you because I was like, Jimmy, I left B to go to A, and you were like, like you went like that, and I was just like, whatever.
See, you gotta understand, like, my thought process at the time. Cool, you took A, but now they're just gonna lock down strat B. Like, that's what I thought. We're just throwing, you know, essentially just throwing slide to the right, slide to the left. You know, just on the points. That's why I didn't beat, but for some reason our team completely learned how to take a point and took it within like 5 minutes. And then we won the game with like less than like 50 tickets, 60, something like that. And I was like, okay, good job. And forgot around 5 minutes later. Apparently Sean was the big hurts or whatever.
I mean, I was too, but...
Should've saw me in one.
That's what I said. I was like, Jimmy was a lot worse in BF1 when it came to that than in 5. I'm like, I think this is the first time I've seen him act like this since 1.
I wasn't a complete fury.
I think, like, not gonna lie, BB, you did bruise my PP when you basically called me and Sean, like, complete, utter garbage. When you said that we were useless garbage, I kind of got, like, upset by that and pissed. But I think Sean took it to a whole new level, probably. But at the time, I didn't know.
I understand. A bully, pathetic, lanky man such as himself would probably also have low self-esteem. Pardon me, Ballistic. You're now being
You're not
known
mad
as
at me,
Cringe
are you?
Messiah.
You're not pissed at me, are you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You want to be like, hey man, that wasn't cool, you know, try not to do it again. You know, and then be like, okay man, sorry about it. Sorry
Well, I
about
mean, that's
that.
what
And
I did.
And that's exactly what we did. Sean, it was more like he was a parent, like, yeah. Like, just a kind of green, like, you should learn your place sort of thing, and walked off. The reason why I think I remember it is because my guess, like in the first, I never got the impression that he got over it. Like, he did not accept what my reasoning for why I did what I did. It's even kind of funny. I had a bit of like minor respect for him tonight because I saw he was doing like 17-1, but and like second place, but wasn't making a big deal. But I was like, oh, good job, Sean. And I found I was drunk. I was like, oh.
What were you referencing? What part? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, on Wake Island, he went like 17-1. Golden Phoenix 777 will remember this betrayal, Minty.
Well, of course, you said 777, not 771.
I did? Fuck.
Yeah, you said...
The whole... Well, I am divine and completely above Minty, so...
God, I didn't realize you would have this much pent-up... I feel like you've had pent-up hate for Sean for a while, and you just opened the floodgate.
Nah,
now.
this just spurred my memory of, like, one thing. You kind of mentioned, like, I guess you weren't really... I think what triggered the memory was, you know, I guess you're not really upset with Sean. My brain was like, upset with Sean, upset with Sean. Was there something Sean did? And it's like, oh, here it is, and threw me the memory. I'm like, you know what? Now that I think about it, there is one thing. True,
I don't
the
know,
human
like I
mind is an
said...
enigma.
Like I said, with me, I was like... With me, it was like, okay, I know Jimmy's gonna fucking... Once I explain it to him, it's not gonna be a fucking cursing fit. He's gonna listen. And you listened. Like, we can get into the most serious fucking fight, and then all of a sudden we're in love with each other again.
to fall in love again. That's how those marriage couples in like their 40s feel.
I'm not wrong
Sean,
though.
we
Like I
get
feel like
divorced.
that's how we are. Are you basically saying that like? Are you basically saying that like you have a stronger friendship with me than Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought it was I thought it was equal.
I don't think so. You gotta understand, Minty himself has said
I'm
that.
not gonna say, or I'm not repeating this.
Again, it stays in the party, but you are #1 on the friends list. Minty is like #2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to be funny and throw Roy into the mix, he's 1.5.
I'm higher
He's-
than Roy.
Well, he's like in the middle of like you two. I wasn't sure how to put it like in the middle of you two because I both know him in person and online.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to make the joke to Minty. Sorry, Minty, but your monopoly on our anime discussions ends now because Roy's back. I don't need you anymore. You know, it's funny. I'd be saying that as a joke, but I would low-key kind of mean that. Lame, your monopoly's over.
Funny, because for a while I felt like, I don't know why. I never assumed it, but I kind of felt it. I'm like, do these guys wait for me to leave so that they could talk about, like, anime and shit?
I mean, kinda. That's just kind of you don't like it.
Hmm. Because whenever Lynn's in the party and him and Sean
all
go
we
off,
talked
I'm,
about. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, there have been times where, like, Lynn and Sean, or, like, Cossack, or, like, anybody else in the party, everyone will start talking about, like, anime shows and characters and shit, and I'm just sitting there in the party going, I'm just gonna fucking finger my dick right now.
Yeah.
Because I have nothing to fucking, like, respond or say to.
Watch the Berserk movies.
No.
For
And,
what-
I'm
for-
just... I'm just surprised. I thought you saw Sean like at the same level as like me. I'm kind of surprised by that.
I'm not gonna be a parent that loves his children equally.
I'm also kind of surprised you see like you put me at 1 and Roy at 1.5. I thought it would have been the other way around because you know him in
He's
person.
in a weird middle, man, in the sense of online friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to go on the whole equal thing, you and Roy can be on the same playing field. Sean is under you, though, so therefore he is under Roy.
Huh. I'm touched, Jimmy.
No problem.
I love you.
Aw. Fuck you, Sean. I don't need you. You're be funny. Just be like, oh man, you upset Minty, you know, Phoenix, you know, who you gonna talk about anime with? I'm just gonna sit there like, I don't need Minty. Roy's back. I got Roy now. Fucking fool. He left his flanks wide open.
You make it sound like you only talk to Sean about like anime shows, and like that's it.
It's I only speak of it like that because it's my one unique thing I have with him. You know, speaking about anime.
Mm-hmm.
So
Does that mean you're still? Does that mean you're still fucking annoyed about what Sean told me? What you told him?
no.
Oh,
I
that
view
you
that-
told
I view-
Sean.
I view that time
you
as
told.
like a joke. It's a funny thing to look back at. Don't tell him. Tells him next day. The fuck, Sean.
Don't worry, Jimmy. I'm not gonna say anything to Sean. The last thing I need is to cause a fucking problem.
Genocide noises cease.
I don't like causing problems, so I'm just not gonna say anything.
I don't cause problems. No. Problems.
Well, I'm not gonna tell him to me.
TF2 reference.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna fucking do that to you.
I know. Yeah, it's funny how just like, you weren't really upset with that show. I'm like, yeah, I guess not. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sean can go fuck himself.
Curious. How do you this is how you really see Sean? Or are you just basing this off of, like, tonight?
My feelings change on the day.
You say that as if it's, like, good or bad.
Kind of both. There
Like,
are
he
only a
really...
few
He does
people
things...
on this planet who I hold an absolute opinion for. That would be Roy, my literal father, and you.
My bed's open.
Oh, my goodness. You know, give me that skull, you know, I'm gonna look it up on Google tomorrow. How to legally become a member of someone else's family. Kevin, get this, it only cost me $150. What an investment. You know, I've saved up a lot of money in my bank account, so if I wanted to, I literally could just go to your place and just keep paying off car insurance payments with all the saved money up I got. Oh yeah. I'd say I'd work at Publix, but then I'd take away more of your hours.
I would cry.
You just walk at the Publix, I'm just bending my back, you know, I was, you know, Kevin, I took your hours. They're mine, I'm just pretending to grab something.
I'd cry.
Cries? Oh shit. Baby, you can't cry like that, man. I'm gonna start crying. And then everyone at the company's gonna think we're gay.
What is it, your opinion always changes on Sean, right?
I like him, don't get me wrong, but every now and then he does something to, like, really bother me. It's one of those things when you know you can't fix it. Sort of problems, like Raz's anger. And when he gets like this, all you can just do is just kind of roll your eyes, go, okay, Sean, and just go for the next day. And that's my thing. Thing is, that's the thing about, you know, we can strike up a dialogue, you know, about, you know, these sort of things. Like when you got really offended of, like, what I did. Like, I personally insulted you, ironically enough, like, you know, from something you said. And yet, for some reason, you were able to just kind of give, like, okay, you know, forget, right on the bridge. But Sean couldn't.
Well, Jimmy, you know that I, like, value your friendship a lot. I always enjoy being with you, playing with you, or even, like, what we're doing now. Like, I always, I enjoy, like, every minute being with you. And, stop blushing, I know you're blushing.
Nah.
But, like, I don't know, I guess Sean doesn't comprehend that.
Well, with his limited social interactions, I'm not too surprised.
Ugh.
To quote Sean, I'm so mean. Insults himself. Insults someone again. Tee.
Mhm.
Man, I'm really
Now I
accepting
assume
literally
it's
everything fundamental to Minty.
no, I know, but like this is news to me. I assume it's different with me.
Let me be, as I've said, I'm nasty to like a lot of people, even the ones I'm pretty good with, except for the ones that fundamentally can do no wrongs.
Hmm.
Roy, you, Dad, and Stinson.
Oh, now Stinson.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I'm like, you know, now that I think about it, I've never had once a complaint ever about Stinson. That's not that, I mean, as a joke. Although, someone pointed out to me, and I was like, well, shit, you're right. I'm like, Phoenix... I think everyone's like, I think the conversation got on brought up, like, you know, Phoenix has probably got mad at everyone in this group, in this platoon, at least once. And then someone said, with the exception of Stinson. And I thought about that, and I'm like, well, shit, you're right. Damn, Stinson, how have you done that? Knows down everyone in the platoon, and then I'm just like, fuck you, except you. Everyone here sucks, except you, Stinson. You're trying your hardest. I appreciate that. But everyone else.
I guess it's just foreign for me. I guess I'm always saying how I always like being your friend, but then when you describe it, it's like, whoa, she.
Well, that's the thing, right? As much as I love Minty, I can still get super fucking nasty with him, like I'm doing right now. But I don't do that at all with you. Hell, if I'm ever in a part of Minty and will make a joke about you, I'd be like, I'll actually instinctively go, I shouldn't say that. Or sometimes I'll be able to say it out loud. I shouldn't say that. I give like a light giggle. Sean, though, well, you can just hear me just ranting about it. You know, Sean can go. This is why my list of reasons why Sean can go fuck himself. And then never once did I ever go, was that too far? Oh, gets a fuck.
The only thing, one of the few things Sean does that kind of upsets me and annoys me, and he knows it too, but doesn't fucking stop, is whenever we get a new member and he gets all fucking weeby.
I don't know why he does that. Like, dude, listen, it's funny, yeah, but like, both me and you know, your higher-ups, have been like, hey, can you, like, I even said, Finty, can you just do, like, the second party? You know, first impressions are important. Why is it when Car goes nigger, we're like stop, but Minty will be like, hey, you like hentai? Do you beat your meat? You know, and just be like a fucking weirdo in a party that's probably with 6 other fucking people plus the new guy. It's like, listen, this is probably kind of overwhelming from hearing 7 different voices right now, assuming it's not even a bigger party. Can you not be a fucking weirdo? Like, he hasn't been able to figure out, okay, you know, this is his little quirk. Yeah, that's Sean. There's Phoenix. There's Kevin. You know, there's Lynn. You know, he's very laid back. You know, they haven't made that connection. So why is it you're trying to make us look like a bunch of degenerate retards? I mean, just because you can get a little I'm not supposed to say that. It's funny because we don't talk about hentai. I'm so fucking creative and quirky. Why don't girls like me? Smiling hurts me. What? Does it? Is that a thing?
Oh my god, I remember when you said that.
Is that a thing? Obviously, my face it clearly doesn't, so...
Ooh, I want to see again.
I can smile for like, I can maybe get it if it's
Show,
like my face
show me show me you seriously smiling without memeing.
Yeah, sure, why not?
I totally fucking forgot that Sean said that. It hurts to smile. I was like, the fuck does that mean? I didn't mean to be weird when I asked that. Aww.
Yeah, when he said that...
Aww, you look so nice. Once again, your fucking hairstyle's different, so you look like a totally different person.
Who are you?
Aw, you have a nice smile. But what were you saying?
Yeah, as someone who does not have everyone else's face, and only has my own, is that even a thing? Like, I was kind of confused. I'm like, is it even possible for people to smile and hurt? It doesn't sound like faces at all. That's a very natural thing to do. Do you laugh frowning?
Honestly, whenever Sean gets like that, I feel like he, deep down inside, he's just a fucking mopey fuck.
You know, maybe all that cynicalism is hiding down. You know, maybe you're on to something with that. A really sad character. Men do get depressed. Well, I suppose not all men, but certain men will get depressed if they cannot find a female. Maybe Sean is secretly just horny as fuck and seriously needs to make a relationship with someone. Because, you know, when you mention, you know, maybe deep down, you know, he's actually just kind of sad. You know, they're
Why,
on
you
something
think
with that.
Sean is deep down inside, like, depressed?
I mean, maybe not depressed, but maybe it's certain anxiety or sadness. Well, there's certain parts of me that can get very, like that. You know, everyone's got it, I suppose.
Got what, exactly?
I don't know, a bit of anxiety or fear. That's just natural. Question is, how much does it spill out?
Hmm. I mean, hell, you know, sometimes I get those periods of time where I'm just like, God, I feel so alone. I feel like I have, like, nobody to talk to.
Exactly. Well, you get it out by talking to me. You know, have we, well, maybe you have. Has Sean ever had, like, a talk with you? Like, you know, like, listen, you know, I'm just kind of down recently, sort of thing?
No.
Never. See, that's the thing. He kind of gives this aura. He's just a real competent guy, just kind of living his life, very contempt. But now that we're kind of discussing, now I'm kind of going all Mythbusters. Like, well, is that really true? Makes me wonder. Now I'm wondering it. Minty, how do you think?
I don't know. The thing with Sean, like I've said,
Fascinating.
I wouldn't say it's fascinating.
Excuse me, I suppose I shouldn't be saying. Yeah, his deep sadness and possible frustrations in his life, fascinating.
Let's just say, like, say you spent the whole day... Okay, I'm gonna ask you this. Say you spent the whole day with Sean. How would you feel? Like, in person.
I'm sure I'd have a good time. Hell, knowing him, he might be a little awkward. You know, me just kind of walking around his house. Assuming I'm visiting him.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'd be like, oh, this is cool as fuck. This is Minty's place. Knowing me, I'd have a fucking ball walking around his house. Looking at the stuff he has.
I mean, Sean has showed me his room before, and it's pretty... basic.
He's a basic bitch. I'm just joking.
He's very basic. His living room has, like, all his, like, stuff. Me, I keep everything in my room. My room just looks messy, but it's not. It's an organized mess. But, like,
Only I can
back to
understand this madness.
But, like, also, would it be different if you, like, did that, but instead with Sean it was me?
I mean, I'd probably have fun with you, though.
Mm.
Just because I know, you know, I'm obviously a lot more closer to you with you.
Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to gather a sense of, like, what you think.
Like, obviously, I don't hate Sean. It's just I'm just kind of fascinated now because, you know, I'm starting to question some of the things sort of life he kind of gives off in his thought process. So I'm thinking back to some of the conversations he's had. He's always kind of spoken like he's very content with his life. But is he, though?
I mean, not gonna lie, I find it a little dumb how Sean decides to get drunk off of this for the stupidest reasons.
Alone.
Bad game.
Maybe you
Bad
could
game.
assume
I'm gonna
it's-
drink.
Yeah. To me, when he's all like, I'm gonna go drink now, I've just kind of taken it as like, oh, that's something members do. So it's not even something I really consider, but you know, you're kind of right. I can see what you mean. Because that's what members do.
What, just decide to just drink?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. Like, at the end of the day, Jimmy, who are we to just basically be like, no drinking?
No. We're Puritans now.
Like, think about that, like, we are like nobody in that realm of like, no, you're not allowed to get high or drink, like...
Yeah, we're pretty laissez-faire.
But, like, at the same time, we're not, you know, we don't fucking tell people what to do. The only time that something like that ever happened was when Ballistic fucking posted that video of him killing that raccoon or possum, whatever it was.
It's funny.
That's-
Raz was clearly, like, upset, and I'm just completely amused and baffled. I'm like, fucking what? I honestly just kept getting tickled by this, just thinking of, what's up, guys? When he whips out the revolver, I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's the only time I think someone in the clan did something outside clan related that got everybody like, what the fuck?
I still remember when they were all when Raz went all peta over a possum, and he's like, "They can't even kill chickens." I look up, can possums kill chickens? Yes, you know, possums have been found to even kill like complete, you know, adult chickens. However, they prefer going for the eggs or you know, chicklings. And I just took a screenshot and sent to you and Minty. And I just messaged, the literal text message was just lol.
I hope you don't get upset whenever I mimic you whenever you try to get Sean's attention.
You do that?
So yeah, sometimes I'll be like for example, I'll ask Sean to do something and he doesn't do it. Like, Sean, you gotta get on the other team, and he just spawns in anyway, and I'm like, Minty.
You think that like it's fucking trigger where like how a dog like recognizes its name? Minty, like it wakes up. Oh what?
Now, remember you used to get fucking hellbent whenever fucking you tell Sean to do something and he wouldn't listen to you. He would just flat out ignore you. And he'd be like, I didn't hear you!
Minty. All the pronunciation on that T was all the anger I had pent up with him not listening.
You have a lot of pent-up anger for a very skinny boy.
Yeah, I know. And Raz has a lot of anger for a very short man. Sorry, Raz.
Short man angry.
I wonder if I could win a fight with him by just putting my hand on his forehead as he tries to swing for me. The fool. I've already won this battle.
I pictured me doing that to you, but you would just meme it right up.
I just started grabbing your arms, just rubbing it.
But yeah, I promise, for the sake of our wonderful friendship, I will not say anything to Sean about that.
Sweet.
I can't afford to do that. Because then that's gonna create fucking rifts in the clan.
You know,
It could.
I try to,
I'm not saying it will, but I feel like it could. And things are a lot better when things aren't said.
Stability.
Unlike Sean, you tell me something. Like, Jimmy, if you straight up told me, I'm just gonna throw this out there as an example. If you straight up told me, like, yeah, Kevin, all those times I've joked about me being gay, yeah, I'm actually gay. I don't want you to say anything to anybody, Jefferson, about this. I would take that as, like, the highest of fucking confidentiality that no one, not even Carter, and I view myself close with Carter as I am with you, I would not say a single word, syllable, anything. And I'm just using that as an example, just to
well, I know.
prove
I
a
have
point.
the highest confidence in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I sometimes look back to my one days and think to myself, man, I had so much more authority back then. In the sense of, like, I'd draw battle plans, we'd go do them, and everyone would listen. Every time I swear to you, man, I try to tell someone to do something, like, I have to call them by name, tell them exactly what to do, and then tell them to do it. Even then, every now and then, it'd be like, nope.
I wouldn't say it's authority. I wouldn't say.
The thing, and they'd be like, oh shit, didn't hear you, or just like get flagged on. I'm like, what? Proceeds to get a 4-man, dumbass. Maybe you should.
I wouldn't say, Jimmy, that you have no authority in the clan.
No,
I think
feel
that's
like
a little bit.
I had more authority.
Well, the only guess or assumption I could think of at this moment right now is the clan was young, maybe?
I was thinking, like, how does the clan view me? It was that sort of, like, thought process that I've had. And then I thought to myself, well, what if I just left? Then I realized, you know, the clan would move on and live. The thought I had was, though, honestly, the biggest, you know, ramification would not be to the clan. It would, ironically enough, be to you, personally.
Yeah.
Which, if I wanted to go a step further, it could then, like, affect the platoon. Like, my guess, you'd be like, I really miss Golden Phoenix, and everyone would just be like, why?
I don't think so. I don't think people would be like that. Like, you make it sound like everybody in the clan really doesn't listen to you unless it's me.
Well, like, not like that. I'm just saying,
I mean,
I feel like in one, I never had a problem, you know what I mean, with people listening to me, and every now and then I'll have a problem with them listening to me. My guess, they just, and like, I think someone like Minty or Raz, one of the two, was like, "Why are you called Ministry of War?" And I'm like, "You don't know?" Like they thought it was like a complete 100% joke title. I'm like, no, no, no. They're like, in one, me and Kevin would often talk about certain strategies to do on sectors and operations. And then, Kevin once made a joke saying, "Oh yeah, he's a Minister of War," and I'm like, "Yo, that name sounds awesome," so I took it, and then made it have some damn meaning. Now I'm just Golden Phoenix. Slaughter of servers. What a shame. 67 problems.
Look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. To many people, you may be Golden Phoenix 771, but to me, you're Jimmy Dinas. You and I are this clan. I told you one of the first times I met Dawson in person, I was a little nervous because I've never met someone through online in person before. And the first conversation he had with me was the clan, and he brought up you.
Hot. Yeah, that's a good point. Appreciate it, Dawson.
Like, he started talking to me about the clan, and the first name he brought up was Golden Phoenix. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, Jimmy's one of the greatest people I know on, like, PlayStation, shit like that. And he was like, oh, you know his real name? And I was like, yeah, of course I know his real name. I know where he lives. Not exactly, but I know where he lives. I know his full name. I'm like, Dawson, you gotta understand, I try to connect with people. And right away he knew why. Because to many people, I feel like to many people, they see Dawson as Awesome Dawson 123, but to me, I see him as Dawson Bell. It's kind of different with everybody. Like, I can't really say much about Lynn because that's his name. He doesn't go by, like, a name like Minty Messiah or Golden Phoenix. Like, his PSN name is his fucking first name. So...
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. And, I think he's the only person in the clan that does that. I can't think of anybody else.
You're right.
He's the only person in the clan I could think of that has...
drunk when he made it.
But, like... Everybody had, like... How do you see Carter? You see him as Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him as Carter Garcia as well.
Garcia, he's a Mexican player.
I see Raz as Ian Weidner, Sean as obviously Sean O'Donnell. Like, I gotten to this point where I don't know you by just a PSN name. I know who you are as a person. I mean, hell, look what Cossack, when he first joined, picked up on that immediately, and he did the thing Ballistic's been trying for years to do in like a week.
Yeah, I'm something of a core member myself.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying not just core member, but like people refer to him as his. People know him by like his real name. Like, when other people in the clan started, like how you would always refer like as Sean or Carter or Ian or Nikolai,
Or Game.
like the fact that like everybody refers to each other by their real names feels more real to me than Phoenix, Minty, Raz, Punisher.
Well, especially Raz, because he's changed his fucking name.
But you know what I mean, like...
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, like, to me, it's more of like I know these people personally, yet I've never seen them in person before. The fact that I do this, I feel like I know them more as a person and not just a voice coming through headsets.